what I'm going to be doing is a smoked melon soup. I have honeydew melon. Cantaloupe will work in this circumstance. Pretty much any melon that you have will work in this environment. Thank you very much, Stuart. So, the question some of you will be asking, and I hope that you're asking this question, well, how are we going to get a smoked melon soup? What I like to do is, if you've watched my show any at all, you know that I do smoked pouches. So what I have here is dried hickory wood chips, and you could use any wood chip that you like, anything that's very flavorful that you like. 2 parts wet, 1 part dry. That's generally the rule of thumb that you should be looking at. The wet will be that smoldering effect, so it doesn't burst into flames on you. Once the smoked pouches burst into flames, you're not getting any more smoke. So that's one of the key indicators. So what you want to do at this point is just fold up a little pouch. So, how simple is this? Flip it over.
Sorry, what was this?
This is a smoke pouch. Hickory wood chips, soaked and dried.
Oh.
So the dried is the tinder, so it'll start smoking right away, and the wet ones will at least allow it to smolder over a longer period of time.
What do you soak it in?
Water, straight water. So what I do here is march myself over to the grill, and I'm going to put that on the hot side of the grill. That takes around 3 to 5 minutes to start smoking. Keep the lid closed. So
if you let it on fire, you're fucked.
keep, yeah, we'll use a nicer word. But anyhow, so what I have done is I've taken this melon, and I generally will tell people, do not hot smoke melon for too long. You want to do this over a short period of time. All I want to do is infuse just a touch of that smoke flavor into our finished dish. Now you can use liquid smoke. I don't know if any of you have ever used that before. Stop it. It's just way overpowering. I've used it on the show. I've tried to play with it, but it's just not one of, it doesn't play well. It's one of those types of friends that you guys got to get rid of. All right? And do the smoke yourself. Now, I'm going to send this around, so just take a smell. You might not be able to smell it completely up here, but just put it to your nose and don't put your nose on it.
Those with cameras in their hands, you see.
There you go. Excellent. Yeah, you can't do everything together. I understand. So,
That's nice.
pretty simple stuff. All you do is you get it onto the grill, just allow the smoke to start penetrating. And I told you, between 3 to 5 minutes, you're going to see that wisp of smoke coming out. Let's see if we can see anything happening right now. We know we have a lot of smoke over on one side because we have the lamb on there. This needs a nice little flip. Oh, those are looking great. Woohoo! That's also looking nice. So, what I'm looking for my smoke pouch is just little wispies of smoke. Right now, I'm not getting that yet. Generally, what you do is you take the grates, lift them up, put the smoke pouch directly onto the coals or onto your gas element. It's okay. Because it's in the smoke pouch, it will protect it from going all over the barbecue. But because we're using charcoal, it really wouldn't matter at this point. So again, because we do have a little bit of air up here, I can see that the smoke is actually starting. Don't worry, it's coming. You can see it. It's coming. So what I would do at this point is I would take my melon and I would smoke it on indirect heat. So direct heat here, no heat here. And just allow this, by closing this down, it's going to quaff over and it's going to permeate that melon with that beautiful flavor. Let's say we did it.
Ta-da!
Wow! 20 minutes! Wow! Looks like no time is elapsed at all.
That's how fast you're having fun.
It does happen. It does happen that way. So now we want to start creating our soup. Now it's pretty simple. We take our melon.
There.
Pardon me?
Nice melons there.
Is this? Well, no. I know you're not commenting on mine. Thank you very much. So what we my wife does. Don't worry. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going to cut this up into bite-sized pieces so that I can help my blender out just a touch. I want to take this and I want to get it right into my blender. And how simple is this at this point? A little bit of orange juice, and pour that all in. I've got a little lime juice and lemon juice that I like to mix together. Simple syrup, which is just obviously sugar and water mixed together, and that lasts forever. And I get all my ingredients in at this point, and then the star of our show is obviously the Bombay Sapphire. Now you can use other gins, but this has a botanical and it has a great aroma that you should be using.
And you should be holding the bottle when you say that.
So again, you get that right on top. We got a lot of liquid in here right now, so I'm gonna have to bump that up with just a little bit more of the melon itself. So I might not need it all, but I just wanna make sure that I have enough to get in there. So, we've got our gin, we've got everything inside. Now we need to start blending. So, lid on, back the hell up. No, you don't have to.
Because
Oh, that looks good.
So, I also like to put just a little bit of stock in there. So this is a little veg stock. So this is 100% vegetarian based. So that vegan that comes over to your house, you don't have to kick them out. You can feed them. So again,
what is it, darling?
It's really good. So
as long as
flavorful.
that's blended together nicely, you have to do yourself a favor.
Delicious.
Awesome. But you know what? Don't take my word for it. How about you? Can you hold it, or do you want me to do it for you? Where's your husband? All right, don't worry. But can you taste just a little hint of that smoke in there?
Oh yeah.
And you can taste the melon, all those fresh flavors. And if anybody tells me that this soup was hard to make, impossible. So basically what you want to do now is you make this soup ahead of time, pop it into the fridge, allow it to set up. Put in a lot more melon. You will get that beautiful color that you're looking at. But once this settles down, it will get nice and green again. So this is another little idea that you might not have thought about in the past, but you're gonna say to yourself, you know what? Here's a fruit soup that I can give as a dessert course or as a first course. Add some more melon balls to this, add a little sorbet to this, and you're laughing.
Add some ice to it.
Oh, you could kick it up 1,000 notches, but remember, we don't know each other. And when I invite people to my house, I generally have a clue of who they are and what they like. How do we know that with a group like this? So you kind of want to go, if you're going to do a party, go to the middle of the road. Don't go crazy. Go to the middle of the road, but be proficient in the middle of the road.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, though. You have more to do, though, right?
Yeah, well, you're absolutely right. I mean, it's about staying away from the extremes, I think, sometimes. I must admit, as a Brit, this is great to see the blenders out again, because we don't really use them very much back home. You know, everyone's got one somewhere getting dusty in the kitchen.
Listen, man, you cannot work without your blender, man. Even for a vinaigrette, if you don't want to do all that whisking, throw it in, blend it together quickly, you're laughing.
Absolutely perfect. Well, I'm going to finish this off.